Hey guys, would you like to learn, after 10 years of clinical practice, the #1 shoulder series to help eliminate repetitive stress and strain problems on your shoulder? Check out this video for all the details. All right guys, so we're gonna teach 7 basic movements that if you prioritize and work on regularly will dramatically improve the quality and strength of your shoulders so that you can count on it when you need it most. So the first thing I'm gonna have you guys work on is a stretch. So we wanna limber up. One of the most common reasons why we end up with shoulder problems is we have a tendency to have rounded shoulders where the pecs, the muscles at the front of the chest, will pull forward, and the pecs start at the sternum and they go out to the shoulder, and when they get tight they'll pull in this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to exaggerate the opposite position by using what's called a camel pose. This is taken directly from yoga. So you're going to be on your knees, you're going to put your hands back onto your heels, and what you'll do is you're just going to press your hips forward by squeezing your glutes, drop the head back, hang out in this position. And as you can see, the idea behind it is really just to be able to open up the front of the chest and be able to get a good stretch through there. Usually only about 15 seconds, maybe do that twice would be significant enough, especially if you've done a lot of pressing the day before, either on bench or maybe you did a lot of push-ups. This movement is fantastic for being able to open up and release that segment of your body. Second thing I would have you do, and I would say this is the #1 thing you guys oftentimes forget about when it comes to shoulder stuff, are the muscles underneath the shoulder joint. This is like the lat and your teres. These guys that live underneath, almost in the armpit. What I'd have you work on is using your foam roller, lay on your side, put your arm up over your head, start just above the shoulder joint, use your body to be able to roll through the entire shoulder area from above the shoulder joint down onto the rib cage. Again, the lats actually insert some of them on down into the rib cage, so you want to get the entire length of that area. So go through, work on this, and guys, make sure as you're doing this, you're hitting both sides of the lats. You've got 2 of them. Make sure they both stay nice and healthy. So you've got that one. The next thing I'd have you work on is I would have you break out a nice sturdy ball, like a lacrosse ball is perfect. And what I would have you do is lay on your back. Find a good spot in the back, kind of meet in between your shoulder blades, like in the rhomboid area. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stick the ball right where it hurts oh so good, and you'll find that spot. There it is. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have my elbows straight, my palm facing up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just open up my arm, almost like if I was laying in the snow and I was doing like a snow angel, and I'm gonna do full 180-degree swings. And we're just gonna hit that movement with repetition, okay? It's a great segment for that. Next, we're gonna work now on some activation. So one of the best ways to do this is, I like these little resistance bands to be able to do this. We're gonna activate the mid and lower trapezius muscle. These are the muscles that are designed to be able to take that shoulder joint, pull them back and down, and keep that shoulder in a really nice, stable posture. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hands, palms up, almost like if you were like a waiter and you were gonna be serving something on a tray, and we're just gonna open up the chest and let it back. Open up the chest hard and then slow on the eccentric contraction, which is going back into more of a straight out in front position. And we're just working this. It's gonna activate those. I would recommend maybe doing about 20 of those. You can gain a little bit more if you have a little bit of just a stronger resistance band. This will help you. And then the last piece is working on some strength-based stuff. And this is what's gonna make the shoulder pretty much bulletproof going forward in the future. So I would grab either like a 5-pound weight, or maybe even start like at a 2.5. If you don't have weights, grab like a soup can. And what you're gonna do is palm down, elbows straight. You're gonna go ahead and go to a 90-degree angle and then slow on the way back down. This is working a lot of the muscles to the front of the joint. It's also working your stabilizers. Then what you do is the same position, but now you're gonna go to the outside. They call this abduction. Out to 90 degrees, slow on the way back down. Again, now you're working the lateral shoulder. And then the last movement I would have you do, I'm gonna switch arms just so you guys can see it, is I would have you lay on your side. I would have you tuck your elbow in directly to your hip. And I would have you go ahead and take the weight and use what's called external rotation. That means turn your shoulder to the outside, all the way up, slow on the way back down. All the way up, slow on the way back down. And with each of these movements, you really need to do higher repetitions, maybe about 20 reps for each of these. And in that position, you'll really be able to get some good like burning going on in those shoulder joints. That's what we're looking for. That's going to be fatigue. The fatigue that you do now will help to make sure that in the future, you don't end up having shoulder problems. So 7 basic movements. All the equipment is very, very standard. You could probably get everything that I just showed you here for maybe less than 50 bucks. And now you've got good, stable shoulders for the rest of your life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and share it. Subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys next time.